Ever feel like driving school left out the real stuff? You spend all that time with the cones, the three-point turns, the parallel parking, which, let's be honest, is a great skill if you plan on exclusively driving in a 1950s movie. They teach you the mechanics, the absolute bare minimum, to get the state to say, okay, fine, here's the license. Don't hit anything. But what about the human element? The chaos, the symphony of bad decisions playing out on the asphalt every single day? That's the part they conveniently omit from the textbook. They prepare you for the test, not the road. The road is a different animal. It's a live, unscripted performance with a cast of millions, and most of them haven't read their lines. You've got the person who thinks their blinker is a suggestion, the texter swerving like they're dodging invisible banana peels, the guy who's been in the left lane since the Carter administration. These are the things you can't learn in a classroom with a dual-brake Toyota Corolla and an instructor who smells faintly of stale coffee and regret. This is the curriculum they should have given you. The postgraduate course in vehicular survival. We're going to talk about the stuff you only learn out here, in the wild, with nothing but a steering wheel and your wits to protect you. These are the lessons that separate the licensed from the drivers, the stuff that makes you think, why didn't anyone tell me this? Well, today someone is. Let's get into it. So you're on the highway minding your own business, you're in the correct lane, you're doing the speed limit, maybe 5 over, what's the big deal? And then you see it in your rearview mirror. A car. But it's not just a car, it's a missile. It's coming up on you so fast you'd think its destination is your back bumper. They're 2 inches off your tail. Lights flashing in their mind, if not in reality. This is the tailgater, a person whose personal sense of time is so important, they're willing to risk both your lives to save 7 seconds. The first instinct is panic or anger. You want to brake check them, teach them a lesson. Don't. That's a conversation nobody wins. The goal here isn't to educate the other driver. You're not their therapist, you're not their parent. Your only job is to get this ball of rage away from you as safely as possible. Think of yourself as a bullfighter, and their car is the bull. You don't stand in front of it and argue. You gracefully step aside, signal, check your mirror, and move over to the right lane as soon as it's safe. Let them go. Let them speed off to their incredibly urgent appointment, which is probably just getting to a red light before you do. Your ego might take a small hit, but your car and your spinal column will remain wonderfully intact. It's the automotive equivalent of letting someone cut in line at the deli. Who cares? You still get your pastrami. Now, sometimes it escalates. They're not just tailgating, they're gesticulating, they're honking, they're weaving. This is road rage. It's a temporary insanity that grips otherwise normal people. Again, the key is de-escalation. Do not make eye contact. Eye contact is an invitation to a party you do not want to attend. Don't honk back, don't flip them off. Just become the most boring, predictable driver on the road. Keep your speed steady, stay in your lane, and create distance. If they follow you, don't drive home. Drive to a police station, a fire station, a busy, well-lit shopping center. You want witnesses. You want safety in numbers. They're looking for a reaction, and your job is to give them absolutely nothing. Defensive driving. In school, it means keeping a safe, following distance and checking your mirrors. It sounds so passive, so polite. The reality is much different. Real defensive driving is assuming everyone else on the road is a distracted, sleep-deprived amateur who just failed their eye exam. It's not about defending yourself from what's happening. It's about anticipating what could happen. You have to become a psychic. You have to see the future, a very boring, traffic-filled future. You see a car lingering in your blind spot? Assume they're going to swerve into your lane without looking. You see a kid on a bike on the sidewalk? Assume they're going to dart into the street. It's about reading the body language of other cars. Does that car ahead keep tapping its brakes for no reason? The driver is probably uncertain, lost, or on their phone. Give them extra space. Is the driver next to you constantly looking around, their head on a swivel? They're probably looking for a street sign and might make a sudden turn. You start to see these patterns. The minivan parked on the side of the road, a door is going to open. The sports car weaving through traffic, they're going to cut someone off, and the chain reaction could involve you. It's a constant, low-level state of awareness. You're not just piloting your car, you're observing the entire ecosystem around you. It's a mental game. You're playing chess, not checkers. You're thinking 3 moves ahead. When you approach an intersection, even if you have a green light, you scan left and right. Why? Because someone might be running the red. It happens. You see a ball roll into the street? You slow down, because a child is probably right behind it. This isn't about being scared, it's about being smart. It's about taking control by acknowledging that you have no control over anyone else. You're the only professional in a world of amateurs. Your job is to predict their amateurish mistakes and gracefully avoid the consequences. There it is. The flashing lights in the rearview mirror, red and blue. It's a color combination that honestly never means anything good. It's the universal signal for you've been noticed, and not in a good way. Suddenly your heart starts to pound, your mind races. Was I speeding? Did I run that stop sign? Is my registration expired? Do I look like a criminal? It's like this sudden involuntary audit of your entire life. The first and most important thing to do is stay calm. This isn't a negotiation, it's a procedure. Signal and pull over to the right side of the road as safely and as quickly as you can. Find a spot where there's enough room for both your car and the officers. Once you're stopped, turn off the car. If it's dark, turn on your interior light. And then put your hands on the steering wheel at 10 and 2, just like they taught you in driving school. Why? Because it's about making the officer feel safe. Their job is stressful, and they don't know who you are. They don't know if you're just a normal person who forgot to signal or, a fugitive on the run. Hands on the wheel is the universal sign for I am not a threat. Don't start rummaging through your glove compartment for your registration. Wait for the officer to approach and ask for it. It's a simple, respectful dance. Let them lead. When the officer asks for your license, registration, and proof of insurance, tell them where it is before you move to get it. Like, "Officer, my license is in my wallet in my back pocket. May I get it?" Or, "My registration is in the glove compartment. I'm going to reach over and open it now." You're narrating your actions, removing any surprises. Be polite. Use sir or ma'am. You can ask why you were pulled over, but don't argue. The side of the road is not a courtroom. You can fight the ticket later, but in this moment, your job is to be compliant and respectful. This interaction is all about making a tense situation as smooth and uneventful as possible for everyone involved. Your car is your partner. It's a relationship, but sometimes your partner lets you down, usually at the worst possible moment. You're driving along and suddenly there's a shudder, a bang, a weird smell, or just silence. The engine cuts out. Or maybe it's that dreaded thump, thump, thump of a flat tire. Your mechanical friend has betrayed you. The first temptation is to panic. Don't. Your brain is actually the most important tool you have right now. Your first job is to get yourself and your car to a safe location. Put on your hazard lights immediately. This is the universal car language for I am in distress. Please don't hit me. Try to coast to the right shoulder of the road as far away from traffic as you can get. If you're on a highway, this is crucial. Cars are flying by at 70 miles per hour. The shoulder is your only refuge. Once you're stopped, put the car in park and engage the parking brake. If you're on a hill, turn your wheels away from the road. Now you're secure. Before you even think about getting out of the car, assess the situation. Is it safe to exit the vehicle? On a busy highway, it's often safer to stay in the car with your seatbelt on and call for help. Your life is more important than changing a tire. If you have a flat and you're in a safe spot, like a quiet street or a parking lot, and you know how to change it, great. But there's no shame in calling for roadside assistance. That's what it's for. It's not a failure. It's using your resources. If your car has broken down, you're not going to fix a failed alternator on the side of I-95. The most important thing is to be visible and safe while you wait for help to arrive. A car breakdown is an inconvenience, not a catastrophe. It's just an unscheduled pit stop in the race of life. You call the tow truck, you get a ride, you live to drive another day. Driving school teaches you about the four-way stop. It's so simple, so elegant. You arrive, you stop, you take turns. It's a civilized little intersectional waltz. But then you get out into the real world and you encounter the five-way stop. The six-way intersection with a blinking yellow light. The offset junction where two roads meet at a bizarre angle. And the king of all confusion, the multi-lane roundabout. It's like the road designers got bored and decided to invent a puzzle, and the prize for solving it is you don't get into an accident. These are the places where the rulebook gets a little fuzzy. When you approach one of these monstrosities, the key is to slow down, way down. Give your brain a chance to process the chaos. Look for signs. Signs are your friend. They'll tell you who has the right of way, which lane you need to be in. In a roundabout, the traffic already in the circle has the right of way. You yield to them. It's not a drag race to see who can squeeze in first. Pick your lane before you enter, based on where you need to exit. And for the love of all that is holy, use your signal. Signal when you're exiting. Let the people behind you know you're not just going to circle in there forever. For those other weird intersections, the 5-pointers, the weird angles, it comes down to observation and a little bit of courteous caution. The official rule is usually to yield to the driver on your right, but the unofficial rule is to make eye contact. You make a little eye contact, you give a little nod, a little wave. It's a non-verbal negotiation. You go. No, you go. It's a brief moment of human connection amidst the traffic. Don't be aggressive. Don't force your way through. It's better to wait an extra 10 seconds and be sure than to guess wrong and spend the next 3 hours exchanging insurance information. Be patient, be observant, and you can navigate any geometric nightmare they throw at you. So there you have it, the secret chapters from the driver's manual they never gave you. This is the stuff that turns driving from a mechanical task into, honestly, an art form. It's about psychology, it's about sociology, and it's about predicting the unpredictable nature of people who are all just trying to get somewhere. Driving school gives you the keys, but it doesn't teach you how to read the room. Or in this case, the road. That part is up to you. It's a skill you hone over thousands of miles, through countless near misses and, yeah, a few moments of sheer panic. Every time you get behind the wheel, you're stepping onto a stage. You have your part to play, but you also have to be ready to improvise based on what the other actors are doing. The goal isn't just to get from point A to point B. The goal is to do it smoothly, safely, and without losing your mind. It's about staying calm when a maniac is on your bumper, being paranoid enough to see the accident before it happens, and knowing how to handle the inevitable moments when things go wrong, whether it's red and blue lights or a flat tire. Think of these as your new rules of the road, the unwritten ones. They're not about passing a test, they're about mastering the craft. With every trip, you learn a little more, you get a little bit better, a little bit smarter. It's a continuous education, and the tuition is just paying attention. There's always another lesson waiting around the next bend. Remember, experience is the best teacher. Drive safe out there.